You know that feeling, right? When you're just completely overwhelmed by stress. Well, what if one of the best defenses against it wasn't some complicated therapy, but actually a simple part of your personality? Today, we're going to dig into this really surprising connection between how we live and how we cope.
So let's just kick things off with a huge question. Is your personality your destiny? I think we all kind of feel like our traits are set in stone. You're either an organized person or you're a chaotic one, and that's just the way it is. But what if that's not the whole story?
And what if one of those traits, something you can actually work on, could act like a powerful built-in safety net? A quiet protector that's there to catch you when life just gets to be too much. That's exactly what we're going to explore. Okay, so let's get specific. This trait we're talking about, it's called conscientiousness. I know, it sounds a little academic, but trust me, its impact is incredibly real and practical. So what is it really? At its core, conscientiousness is just about being diligent, organized, and responsible. It's that tendency to be careful, to actually follow through on the things you say you'll do, and to just prefer a little bit of order over total chaos. Now, this isn't some magical quality you're either born with or you're not. It's built on really simple, everyday actions. Things like embracing a bit of discipline, sticking to routines, creating a little order in your space, and that amazing feeling of actually finishing a task. The key thing here is this. These are all behaviors you can practice. They're not just fixed parts of who you are. And that's where the real payoff comes in. All these little behaviors, they weave together to form a kind of mental safety net. So when a really stressful event hits you, that net is already there. It's there to cushion the fall and help you bounce back so much faster. So how does this actually work inside our heads? Let's dive into the science of it, because it's fascinating how structure can calm your brain and how something as simple as a to-do list can literally make you more resilient. Just think about the difference for a second. Over on the left, you've got a brain just drowning in stress. That's what we call cognitive overload. It's all mental clutter. It's decision fatigue from making 1,000 tiny choices all day. It's just wasted energy. But on the right, you've got a mind that's guided by these conscientious habits. Choices become automated. There's a clear path forward. And all that energy isn't wasted. It's saved for what really matters, your recovery. And here is the absolute key. When you have routines, you're not constantly deciding what to do next. What's for breakfast? When am I going to work out? How should I start my workday? All that stuff goes on autopilot. This dramatically cuts down your cognitive load, and that frees up precious mental energy to deal with the real problem, regulating your emotions and coping with the stressor itself.
Okay, let's walk through a scenario. Imagine you get some really bad news at work, and your world just instantly feels chaotic. But then your safety net kicks in. That simple habit of tidying your desk before you log off, or making a healthy dinner without even thinking about it. That provides an anchor of stability. And because you aren't wrestling with the basics, your mind is free to focus completely on processing the news and actually starting to heal.
Now, this all sounds great, but what if you're just not a naturally organized person? Well, here's the best part. You don't have to be. You can literally just borrow the benefits. This, right here, is the most important takeaway from this whole explainer. You do not need to fundamentally change your personality. Instead, you can build an external system, a set of tools and structures that live outside of your own head that does all the heavy lifting for you. So what does this external net even look like? Well, the tools are so simple. You can offload your schedule to a planner or a calendar. You can create these super focused work blocks using a timer. You can get rid of all that mental clutter with simple checklists for tasks you do all the time. And you can establish just 1 or 2 fixed daily routines, like a quick 10-minute cleanup before bed, to create that powerful sense of predictability. So I'll leave you with this question. Forget about trying to become a different person overnight. Just think about one small system, one tool from that list that you could put into practice this week. What's one simple structure you can build to start strengthening your own quiet